Errol Spence Jr. has never been one to mince words, and when it comes to the possible showdown between Terence, Bud, Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, he's made his stance crystal clear. He's backing Bud, no question about it. In a recent interview, Spence didn't hesitate when asked who he'd support in that fight. "If Crawford fights Canelo, I'm riding with him," he said firmly. "I don't know if he's going to win or lose, but if there's anyone out there who could pull something like this off, it's Crawford." The way he said it wasn't casual or uncertain, there was conviction behind his voice, the kind that comes from stepping into the ring and facing the man firsthand. It wasn't about predictions or fan loyalty, it was about respect for what Crawford brings into the ring every single time he fights. For Spence, this isn't just some baseless endorsement. His words carry weight because he knows exactly what it feels like to be in front of Bud Crawford when he's in full control. Just last year, the two faced off in a highly anticipated welterweight title bout that ended in stunning fashion. Crawford didn't just beat Spence, he dismantled him. It was a technical masterclass, a clinic in precision, timing, and strategic brutality. Crawford landed nearly twice as many punches as Spence, and his power shots connected at a rate that left analysts speechless. What was supposed to be a 50-50 matchup turned into a dominant display of boxing IQ. Spence was overwhelmed by Crawford's footwork, his ability to switch stances mid-fight, and his laser-sharp timing. That loss didn't just unify the belts, it unified the opinion of many in the sport. Crawford is special. And that's why, when Spence says Crawford can compete with Canelo Alvarez, it comes from a place of knowledge. A place of humility. A place where you've experienced the storm firsthand and know the damage it can do. For Spence, Crawford's move up in weight isn't outrageous. It's ambitious, sure, but not impossible. He pointed out that if Canelo could jump from middleweight to light heavyweight and beat someone like Sergey Kovalev, why couldn't Crawford do something similar? After all, greatness isn't about comfort. It's about risk. It's about daring to do what others wouldn't even consider. What's even more admirable about Crawford's approach to the Canelo fight is that he's not looking for shortcuts. In today's boxing world, it's common to see catch-weight agreements, hydration clauses, and all sorts of stipulations designed to tilt the scales, sometimes literally, in favor of one fighter. But not Crawford. He made it very clear he wants to face Canelo at 168 pounds, no strings attached. No sneaky weight clauses. No built-in excuses. Just two fighters meeting each other at their natural best. That decision says a lot about who Crawford is and what he wants this fight to mean. He doesn't want anyone looking back and saying Canelo was drained or compromised. He wants this win, if he gets it, to be as pure and untainted as possible. That desire to fight Canelo on equal terms wasn't just a press statement. It became a message of intent. Things started to heat up when the two fighters came face to face at a promotional event. In a moment that sparked headlines across sports media, Canelo shoved Crawford during their stare-down. The shove wasn't theatrical, it felt personal. But Crawford didn't respond with theatrics. Instead, he went to social media and posted a simple message, "I got you. You're gonna remember." There was no screaming, no bravado. Just a quiet, chilling promise that come fight night, Canelo would feel the consequences of that moment. Still, not everyone shares the same optimism about Crawford's chances. While the idea of the fight has boxing fans buzzing, many analysts and trainers are voicing serious concerns. Canelo Alvarez isn't just a name. He's a proven warrior who has gone toe-to-toe with some of the most dangerous men in boxing. From Gennady Golovkin to Dmitry Bivol, and even Sergey Kovalev, Canelo has absorbed punishment from the hardest hitters in the sport and kept coming. His chin is the stuff of legend, and his body punches have ended careers. Critics of the matchup say Crawford, as skilled as he is, hasn't faced that kind of artillery in the ring. They argue that jumping two full weight classes isn't just risky, it's reckless. One of the biggest concerns among experts is whether Crawford's body can handle the kind of physical punishment that comes at 168 pounds. Dan Rafael, one of boxing's most respected voices, made an interesting point during a breakdown of the matchup. He said people are looking at the size difference the wrong way. It's not just about how the fighters look next to each other, it's about what their bodies are conditioned to withstand. Canelo has been taking punches from super middleweights and light heavyweights for nearly a decade. Crawford, on the other hand, has been fighting men in the 140 to 147 pound range. That kind of disparity matters when someone's swinging with bad intentions. Sugar Ray Leonard, one of boxing's all-time greats, understands better than most what it takes to jump weight classes. Speaking about Crawford's challenge, Leonard offered words of encouragement but also caution. He remembered his own move up and the shock that came with feeling how different the punches were. "Every time he hit me, I felt it," Leonard admitted. "But you can do it. You just have to fight your fight." He encouraged Crawford to stay on the outside, use his movement, and lean into his strategic brilliance rather than getting drawn into a brawl. The message was clear: win the chess match, not the war of attrition. Amir Khan, who's uniquely qualified to speak on this subject since he's faced both Canelo and Crawford, offered his own insight. He said when he fought Canelo, he was able to land clean punches with ease. Canelo was strong, but hittable. Crawford, however, was a completely different challenge. Khan could barely lay a glove on him. Crawford was hard to touch, slick, and smart, Khan recalled. While he acknowledged Canelo's raw power, he also made it clear that Bud's footwork, intelligence, and sharp counters could cause real problems for the Mexican star, if he can keep the fight at his pace and stay away from danger. Jaron "Boots" Ennis, a young phenom in the welterweight division, didn't hold back in expressing his reservations. While he respects Crawford's ability and accomplishments, he believes the leap in weight is just too much. Canelo's knocking out guys who walk into the ring at 190, 200 pounds, he said. Bud's never felt that kind of power. He should test the waters first, maybe take a fight at 160 and feel out the difference. It wasn't said to discredit Crawford's skill, it was said out of genuine concern. Ennis knows that physical adjustments matter in boxing. Gaining muscle, carrying weight, and maintaining power while keeping your speed and reflexes, that's no small task. Oscar de la Hoya sees both sides of the equation. As a promoter and former champion himself, he knows what it takes to fight across multiple divisions. He praised Canelo's strength, calling him an absolute monster at 168. But he didn't sell Crawford short either. Bud is like Bruce Lee in the ring, de la Hoya said. He adapts to every style. He finds your weaknesses and picks you apart. Still, Oscar couldn't bring himself to pick a winner. He admitted that history isn't kind to smaller fighters trying to beat bigger, equally skilled opponents. As he put it, a good big man usually beats a good little man.